And welcome, it's that time again for Tavern Talks. We're on episode 11 today, and I've got Tommy here with me as usual.
Hello.
Right, so let's get into it. We've got some exciting things to go over, and you've got some news for us as well, haven't you? Some updates about Ubisoft, which I didn't know about, and what Tom brought to my attention, so we'll get into that in a little bit. Right, so first off, a new game coming out in February the 13th. High on Life 2. Now, if you've not played the first one, I would highly recommend go playing High on Life because it is absolutely brilliant. It's made by the same guys who did Ricky and Morty. So you can imagine, if you've seen the show, you can imagine what type of humour is in the game, and it's just absolutely brilliant. And you've got these things. I can't remember the name of the top of my head. Like warp disk, sorry. Yeah, warp disk, and you can like port things into the game. So you can port like a skate park and into like a random level and just do a skate park. And what we thought was quite funny because we actually watched the whole thing, didn't we? Yeah, you can port in a full cinema. Now I can't remember the name of the film. It was a really bad, cheaply made bad horror film from like what was it, like the 70s, 80s, I would imagine.
Would say probably around the 80s.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the name of the film. But anyway, so we paid the rights just so we can have this really bad film in the game. And you walk in the cinema, you walk through the cinema, and you watch the entirety of the film. And there's just two people in the cinema just commenting on the film, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's a good laugh, good entertainment. We did it one night, didn't we, for a laugh just to see what the film was like, and it was just so badly made.
But the commentary was probably the best part.
Yeah, the commentary was the best part. So, if you've not played High on Life, so the first game, we don't know what the second game will be like yet, but in the first game, Earth's been invaded by aliens, and of course, Todd's aliens. Sound like that guy from on the. I sound like that guy from Ancient Aliens. Aliens. So we invaded Earth because they're looking for a new high, and it turns out humans get these aliens high. So yeah, the hardest of invade Earth just to use humans as drugs, basically, and it's just a wild story. It's so funny. The commentary from the guns, absolutely brilliant. And you've just got you've got this gun. His name is Let's Do It, and he's the most powerful gun in the game. Now he is missable. You don't. It's an optional quest that you have to go and get him. So he is missable. So if you don't get him, fair enough. But the only thing you can say is "Let's do it." That's the only thing you can say because he's been experimented on. So he's got a bit of brain damage going on, and so so you can only say "Let's do it" over and over and over again, and it can get quite annoying. But luckily, you can actually turn off the gun chatter. So if you go into the options menu, if you don't like it, you find it too annoying, you can turn off the gun chatter in the options menu. So you can have it like on, always on, rarely on, and then it's like a story only. So those are your options, but I prefer to keep it on because some of the commentary from the films is absolutely brilliant, and they all have a unique dialogue, they've all got unique voices, and it's just a really fun game. So I'm quite excited for how Life to come out on the 13th of Feb. So I'll definitely be picking that up and giving it a good go and giving it a playthrough. So yeah,
So a decent amount of gameplay for it as well, didn't we?
we did, yeah.
Got, was it like 10 minutes of gameplay, something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks really fun. It looks to be like you are. It looks to be like you are actually an established bounty hunter now, going off the gameplay. And I think the storyline is like your sister's been kidnapped, so you've got to go and rescue your sister. Anyway, really, so it looks really fun. Can't wait to try it, and we'll definitely do. I'll definitely do a playthrough of it as well over on my Twitch, I think, because I need really to start getting some single player games going over there. Anyway, moving on. So, Iron Man 13th of February. Go play the first game if you haven't already. Highly recommend it. Really good, really funny. So, pick it up, give it a try. and hopefully we'll get Higher on Life at 2 as well when it comes out, and hopefully you enjoy it. So if you do enjoy it, let us know. If you played it, let us know what you think, what your thoughts are. Let us know down in the comments below. Anyway, moving on, we've got some games coming to the PS Plus Essential collection. Which quite excited about because we both play PlayStation. Well, you play on the right two consoles and you also play PC, but I'm pure PlayStation. Yep. Always have been since my first gaming console PS2. So these are the games coming to the PS Plus Essential in February. So we normally do it on the first Tuesday of the month, isn't it, usually?
Typically, yeah.
The games catalog. So the first Tuesday of Feb, we will be getting on the PlayStation Subnautica Below Zero. If you don't know what Subnautica is, it's like a survival. It's like an underwater survival game. So you have to you crash on this planet. You're alone on this planet. It is multiplayer, so you can play online as well. But basically, you've just got to see how long you can survive. There's a story there. I've not played too much of it myself. Have you played any Subnautica?
I have played Subnautica, but the part with it being multiplayer, I don't know if that's official. I think people have used mods.
Is that mod, right? I thought it was official.
Because I've done a multiplayer mod on Below Zero before, and I have played a decent amount of the original Subnautica as well with mods. So
So you do want to quickly just take us through Subnautica then for us, seeing as you played more of it than I have.
The original story. So you're a member of a crew on a vessel called the Aurora that crash lands on an ocean planet, and simply your plan is to obviously get off-world again, but that's easier said than done with all the threats that are in the ocean. These leviathans, ranging from the Reaper Leviathan going all the way to the Emperor Leviathan, bigger and bigger sea monsters.
I'm getting PTSD from Helldivers when you say Leviathan.
I don't think Subnautica is actually classed as like a horror game, but you definitely feel the fear.
Yeah.
In certain scenarios, that's for sure. If you've got fear of like open water or like the ocean or anything like that, yeah, it's quite a trippy experience playing Subnautica, and I don't think there's really any other game that's done it quite like that. And when you play it with mods, like there was one called Return of the Ancients, which introduced the Gargantuan Leviathan, which dwarfs pretty much everything that's in the game thus far. And what I remember from that mod was when you're supposed to get rescued from the island, and normally you have this shuttle that comes down. And normally in the main game, there is a laser that shoots the shuttle down and it explodes, obviously, so you're still stranded in the world for the rest of the game, because then you're like, okay, I need to find my own way off-world. But in the modded version, it's the sea monster that comes up, grabs the ship, and then drags it right back down to the depths, and you just see how big it is.
I prefer that.
And you're like,
I prefer that version.
It's the one that would absolutely terrify you to go back in the water, that's for sure. You would not want to go back in the water knowing that thing is in there with you.
Well, I know it's a type of like a survival game, isn't it? So, like, how does the building work? You build underwater bases? Is it on top of the water, or is it both?
Either or. You can build on. There's very little land locations that you can build on, but you can build on land. But you can also build in the ocean. Obviously, the deeper you go, the rarer the resources are. So it probably works to move or have multiple bases starting from the shallows and then working your way down into like the.
Just got poltergeist in the kitchen. That's all that bang was about. The poltergeist going on. So don't worry about it.
I didn't bring my enough either.
You got it all.
Ghostbusters.
Anyway, so you can build in water, on top of water, you can build on land. Scarce resources. Yeah. So.
There has been a bit of controversy surrounding the release of the sequel, though. It's kind of old, and I have to refresh my memory on it. But I think a lot of the original team that were working on the sequel game, they were let go, and there's a bit of a lawsuit going on.
Oh, right, okay.
Again, I can't remember all the details. They're quite vividly in my head, but I'll have to refresh my memory on that, and maybe it might get brought up again if there's more information on it later. We'll see.
So, Subnautica Below Zero, I'm assuming it's going to be like a similar style.
It's a similar thing,
Yeah.
but it's got way more land locations because it's more of like an Arctic version.
Right, okay.
Hence the name Below Zero. And you do a lot more traversable land with that one. That's the one I played multiplayer with a friend Vulcan and with Adam as well. Because it was like snow, like giant sea worms that would come out from under the ice and try and get you and everything. It's
Sounds fun.
I think it was considered like more of an it's good as its own game standalone, but it was considered to be part of an expansion of the original.
Yeah.
But it is a bit smaller than the original game, but it's still really good to play. And there's more voice dialogue, there's actual cutscenes and stuff like that. So yeah, if it's going to be available, definitely give it a go.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Well, cheers, that's all. Also coming to the PS Plus Essential Collection is a boxing game called Undisputed. I've never heard of it. I'm not big into boxing, so I don't know anything about it. I just thought we mentioned it comes to the catalogue. So if you do like your boxing games, do you know anything about Undisputed?
I think the last boxing game I ever played was probably like Rocky and the original Xbox.
Going that far back.
Yeah, that far back.
Right, okay, well, if you like boxing games, give it a go. I'm going to try it out myself just to see what it's like. So, yeah, Undisputed is coming on to the PS Plus Essential, and it's a boxing game. That's all we know. I've also got something called Ultros.
Can't say I'm familiar with that.
No, it looks like I can't describe it. You'd have to just give it a quick look on. Go over to YouTube. Give it a quick look. Just type in Ultros. So I do want to try this. It's like a 2D scroller, but the art style is like very unique. I want to say it's like it's like very like comic art style going on. I want to say, but it's a space shooter. That's all I know about it. So I will be picking that up because it looks really fun to play. And it looks to be an indie game as well. Just going off the art style, I'll look into it more when it drops. But it does look like a really fun little game to try. So Ultros, that's coming to PlayStation Plus Essential Collection as well. And the last one coming is we'll be getting an Ace Combat game, which if you've played them, you'll know. So have you played any Ace Combat games?
No.
So basically, what the game is, it's fighter jets basically. So it's like best way to describe it if you've never played it. It's like it's like World of Tanks, but with fighter jets, and it's purely just fighter jets. So you can customize them, you can grade them, you can choose different ones. So that's going to be Ace Combat 7. Skies Unknown. That one is coming to PlayStation Essential. Now I've played a couple of Ace Combat games myself back in the day over on the PS3. It was all right. I quite enjoyed them, but never really complete them because I hate inverted controls, and back then I couldn't like why go up to go down? In my head, it doesn't make sense. But
it does seem to be playing it with an actual joystick.
Yeah. If you play it with an actual joystick, yeah, fair enough. But if you're doing it on the controller, just have down, and up, please. It's so annoying. It's like telling left to go right. I don't get it.
It's not realistic. I'm pretty sure vehicles do have inverted controls, like you push forward to go down, back to go up.
Yeah. That's probably why I haven't done it. Be a bit realistic. But anyway, I hate inverted controls anyway. But I will be giving it a go. Regardless, I just so I can change the controls in the options menu. Now, exciting news for Helldiver fans, including ourselves. Yes, we are getting a new Warbond. It's coming out on the 3rd of February. So that's next Tuesday.
That's really bizarre because we literally just got the redacted one, and then we're already getting another one.
So the redacted Warbond, that was all like stealth based. We released that, and we released the new commando missions as well, which are really fun to play.
Really go hand in hand those.
Yeah, and that self armor and those suppressed weapons really do come in handy on those commando missions, I must say. So we're going the complete opposite for this one. This is it looks like it's going to be an explosive Warbond, pun intended, and it's going to be called Siege Breakers. Now, what you're getting, I'm going to go through the items, what you're getting. So, you get the SA7 Headfirst Armour, which appears to be light armour. Not sure what it does because it didn't actually say it on the screenshot, it didn't actually say what it did for the armour passive, so we'll find out when it actually drops. And then the heavy armour seems to be the S8 armour, so that appears to be heavy armour. So you're also getting something called an LAS-16 Trident, which appears to be, you're very excited for this one, aren't you?
I like the laser stuff.
He likes his laser weapons, folks. Looks like it's going to be a laser shotgun, which you're very excited about. Well, it basically fires like 3 beams. You've seen the video, haven't you?
Yeah, I think it was like 4 or 5 beams.
Yeah, all at once. Yeah. So you're gonna have fun with that.
It just works out so well because if it's like the sickle or the double-ended sickle.
It's a double-edged sickle.
Yeah. If it's anything like them, it means it's going to be another weapon with infinite ammo, but it's in a shotgun format now, and I'm really like, okay. Because I've just started picking up and using the shotguns more frequently now, haven't I? In Helldivers. Yeah. I'm kind of enjoying it, so.
Yeah.
Blowing up squids with shotguns is very satisfying.
You know me, I like my flame, I like my fire runs going and flame loadout. Anyway, so we've got something, and we're also getting a throwable shield, and that's going to be called the G/SH39 shield. Now it appears to be a throwable. What the decision for that? I have no idea why they did like that, because we already have the shield generator pack and the shield relay that you can call down as strats. So maybe it's to free up your strap slot and you still have a shield and you still carry a backpack.
That was my conclusion for it.
But the shield appears to be stationary also, and it doesn't appear to be as big as the shield generator that you can actually call down. Yeah. But we're getting a throwable shield. That'll definitely come in handy for some moments, especially when you're trying to line up a shot on a stingray. Like I tried to do the other night, and both times I just got lit up basically. I had the shot and then eliminated. Those stingrays, man, they're absolutely so annoying. Anyway, moving on. We're also getting, which I am actually quite excited for. I'm really looking forward to using this, and it's going to be called the CQC-20 Breaching Hammer.
Yeah, I think that was definitely the most exciting part that I think a lot of people took away.
Yeah.
Just seeing a hammer that you batter an enemy with and it just explodes,
more
or less.
Yeah, so. Yeah. So I can't wait to try that. I can't wait to try that out. I'm definitely going to be doing some Reinhardt quotes as well, because I used to love playing as Reinhardt in Overwatch back in the day when I still played it.
There was only one weapon that I know like that I've used before, and it was a modified weapon of a sledgehammer that you can use in Dead Island 2, which did pretty much the same thing. Yeah. So the breaching hammer, can't wait to use that. I just can't wait to jump dive down onto a tank using it, or like Hulkbuster or something. Like I might even try and take out a Factory Strider with it, just for a laugh. I might just. Are you going to get above a Factory Strider to jump on it?
Reinforcement. I die reinforcement from its Factory Strider. I'll land on the Strider.
So you need some momentum with the swing, though.
Well, I'll give it a go. We're doing science here. We're doing science for Super Earth.
Fair enough.
Anyway, moving on. Breaching hammer, very excited to use that. It looks really fun to use. And also, this is just an all-around great warband, I think. But it makes you think what's coming into the game that will need this equipment for. Because we are getting an EAT 411 leveler. Now, basically, that's a bigger version of the Ultimatum. So it's a rocket launcher that fires mini nukes. So that makes me think, what are we getting in the game that we're going to need a nuke rocket launcher for?
Possible hell bombs are slowly becoming obsolete.
Yes. I've not used it for a while to go call the hell bomb. I'll actually bring one on my next run, just for a laugh. So looks really cool. Looks really fun to use. I just hope we're not getting anything too monstrous. Because we have seen a couple of leaks online on socials. One being
like a massive dropship or a Strider airship or something.
Yeah. So basically, this was a grain of salt, because it's not been confirmed by Arrowhead themselves. So take it with a grain of salt. But we've seen a couple of videos, and one video has a dropship that deploys gunships.
Start panicking now.
Yeah. So if that is true, then stock up on like your spears, your recoilless, your levelers. Honestly, because that's going to be so annoying. So you won't have to take out a gunship facility. Like if you take out a gunship facility, they stop coming, don't they? But with this airship, it seems to be constantly moving and constantly deploying gunships. So how that's going to work, I don't know. It's going to be really because they'll just be swarming you. So we're going to find the gunship and take it down before.
I'm just trying to remember the comment when you showed me this this leak or rumor. What was I'm trying to remember what the comment was. You said you're going to use like an autocannon to try and launch a possible hellbomb at it.
Yeah.
But this was before they announced the war bomb as well. So.
Yeah, because I have seen people use the autocannon as catapult, and I'm thinking, I just fling myself with a whole portable hellbomb strapped to my back and just blow it out of the sky.
Good times when you do that, and you just drop the cannon, and you perfectly arm the bottle of hellbomb, put it on the back as the cannon's going out, and just launch it out.
Yeah. It's very, very satisfying to do. If you've not tried it, try it. It's very, very fun to do and very, very satisfying to do.
What's the worst I can? Oh yeah. What's the worst that can happen?
Anyway, moving on from the leveler, we are getting a GL28 belt-fed grenade launcher. Now, we've already got the maxi gun. This takes it to the next level. So it's a minigun that shoots grenades. And I mean, like, how? Like, I thought the maxi gun was like top tier, but a minigun that fires grenades, and the grenades are belt-fed as well. Can you imagine the chaos with that?
What was the maxi gun? It was only like medium armor penetration.
Yeah, it was medium gun.
So having something that's like that but explosive probably does take it up a notch further.
Yeah.
So this one might be a little more reliable against the heavier units.
Yeah, like the Hulks.
I'm hoping.
And we're also getting obviously some like new skins for your fast recon vehicle, your shuttle, and your pods. And we're also getting I don't know how to pronounce this, so I do apologise butchering the pronunciation. But the Wed Giefel Tricorn cape, and we're getting the Rags of Fashionable cape as well. So we're getting a couple of new capes as always in the Warband. And we're also getting the new emotes, which is display of Brawl emote, and we're also getting the Bunk Buster player title. So, and I really think that is going to be well deserving to anyone who uses this Warband to its full extent, because
if I was to take my guess though, with what the passive abilities for the armors are, there's got to be like mitigation to like explosive damage in there. That has to be, right? Yeah.
I mean, it could be. Yeah, it's probably explosive resistance or something. Like we did with the fireproof armor, like 75% resistance to explosive damage or something. You would imagine it would be that.
Throw it on and you start surviving like the worst. Like,
yeah. Yeah. So obviously, as I've seen a lot of people complaining about the light pen weapons in the redacted Warband, your prayers have been answered. You're getting heavy penetration. You're getting a heavy pen Warband. So your prayers have been answered. We're finally getting a heavy pen Warband. And I think this is the first explosive Warband since Democratic Detonation as well.
Obviously, we've had a couple of extra explosives here and there.
But a dedicated Warband, yeah. So, I think this is the first dedicated explosive Warband since Democratic Detonation, which is one we get.
Democratic Detonation 2.0, basically. That's what we're getting.
Yeah. So we're getting a lot of big rooms, and I can't wait to try it and use it to its full extent, because I'm really looking forward to trying the breaching hammer. That's the one for me. I mean, obviously, big trident for you. And I suppose the grenade launcher as well, and the levelers, they're going to be fun to use. Like, I was just hoping to take out a factory shroud in one hit. You'd think so, wouldn't you?
I would hope so. Yeah, I could just imagine like holding a defense line on a defense mission,
and all four of you with a leveler, just
the leveler, or you've got the bell-fed grenade launcher, just shooting down into the pit at the units as they're coming up. That's going to be crazy. I can't wait to do that.
I can't wait to try that. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So get those super credits stocked up and get that Warband, because I guarantee you will not regret it, especially if you like your explosions.
I still need to get the redacted one, but I'll do that tomorrow actually.
Yeah. Well, I've got some I've just still got some Super Credits saved up, so I'll be able to get on release days. Can't wait for that. Right, moving on. Before we move on, as you can see, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see our little collection of PS3, and Tom's brought some Xbox 360 games for us, so we're going to dive into them very, very shortly. So before we move on to the PS3, we played a new game last night, didn't we?
Yep.
And it was called Highguard. Now, we played it, we did a bit of review on it. After we had a couple of matches, we were playing about an hour, weren't we?
In between games, we were just talking back and forth, like, okay, there's this, that, this is good, this needs work.
Yeah.
So
we've seen a lot of negative reviews for the game, and personally, I think I can't speak to you obviously, but personally, I think it's not deserving in so much hate. And yes, already the trailer dropped at the Game Awards, so everyone was expecting big things. But the only reason we had to stop the Game Awards was because somebody didn't have anything ready, or they didn't whatever it is we were working on. We didn't have like a finished trailer or finished gameplay, like something like that. So the slot got offered to the creators of Highguard. Can't remember the name of the studio. Please help me.
I can't remember off the top of my head either.
Anyway, moving on. Anyway, so Highguard, we were playing through it last night. So basically, what it is a 3v3 shooter, essentially. So it's 3v3, but it's like a mixture of like different game modes all in one, isn't it? Because you've got three phases. So your first phase is you build up your defense and your base. Your second phase is you go out into the map, gear up, get your weapons. So this is where it starts off as a tower defense, turns into a looter shooter, and then ends up being like capture the flag.
Yeah, more like a siege.
Really. And then
so you have to go in and it turns into like a siege and demolition kind of thing. So it's like a hybrid of different game modes, 3 different phases, which is strange.
Yeah, it's really, really fun though. It's really fun. So basically, the premise of the game is you build up your defences, so you reinforce your walls and all that. You go out, you get your upgraded weapons. We also have a vendor in the game as well, which I find is absolutely wild because you can just find him across the map and you can literally buy upgraded weapons off him and buy armor off him as well if you can't find it. He's absolutely mad. Which I think is, like I said, absolutely mad. I think it's a strange thing to have in an online game, just have a vendor there randomly, but
in the middle of a battlefield.
In the middle of a battlefield, but yeah, there you go. It's there. He's there, and he's called Flynn. Yeah. So anyway, Flynn the vendor. Yeah. So what you do is after you've geared up, you're fighting over this thing called what's it called, like the shield breaker. Yeah, which is a giant sword, and as soon as you get the shield breaker, you've got to quickly dash to the enemy's base, lock it into place, and it calls in a massive siege engine. Yeah, it calls in a massive siege tower, which destroys the enemy's base's shield. And then you've got to rush into the base, and you've got to blow up either 2 generators, A and B, or you can go straight for the Heartstone. I think that's what they called it, the Heartstone.
Yeah, the Heartstone.
And you can destroy the base in one go. Now, the bombs, they can be disarmed, and you can't plant two at once, because we tried that, and it said bomb already in place. We were like, damn it. So you can't place 2 bombs at the same time, which is, alright, fair enough, I like that.
Yeah.
But it appears to be a really fun game. I didn't really do all the characters. I did some of the characters, and
the wardens.
Yeah, the wardens, yes. And the character that I ended up liking was a character called Mara, purely because her ultimate ability. Her ultimate ability is create a spawn point for your team on the map, which I think will come in really, really handy. But the only issue is, the games were over before I could even use that ability. Like the games lasted like between 5-7 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's very, very fast paced. So
if that, a couple of them were probably even quicker. To be fair.
Yeah. But it's really fun. But we do have some criticisms, obviously. I mean, we were both saying you mentioned the respawn time, didn't you?
Yeah, the respawn timers. They seem the sieges themselves at the moment. They do seem a little bit more like the gameplay works in favour of the people that are doing the raid as opposed to the defenders. Because first of all, the respawn timer, it sat at 16 seconds before you can respawn back in. Now, bases are not the biggest things to defend, but and you have fixed spawn points as well. I think these are two issues. Obviously, the respawn time of 16 seconds is a bit too long if your base is being sieged.
Yeah.
I think, and fixed spawn locations means, well, for the defenders, means they can easily get spawn counts.
Yeah.
As well. Whereas the raiders, they've only got a limited number of lives, but they've got they can move in any direction they want from the siege tower, more or less, or they can come from the siege tower.
Yeah, because you spawn on the siege tower, don't you?
Yeah.
So again, because the siege tower's the spawn point, you can just. I think last night I spawned it on the siege tower and I got headshot straight away.
Yeah.
So from like somebody who was sniping up from a balcony, and it's just like, oh come on, I've just spawned back in.
Meanwhile, I went underneath, and I came up behind and round the back.
Yeah.
But once you got up to that point where we got to the bombs and applied that first one, it was just easy peasy from there because the respawns for the enemy team would have been like 16 seconds per player, and it's like, well, it's only like 30 seconds on bomb, so really it's only like one or two players are going to rush upstairs, and if I can defend it, it's done.
Yes. Yeah. You don't even need all three to defend it. You can just defend it by yourself.
Yeah, it was me doing it by myself on that. On that first game that we won, it was me. I got up to that bomb first.
So yeah, I think for me as well, another issue for me is it's 3v3, that is fine, but the map is so big for a V3 game. I feel like the map is too big because if I get taken out and we're still at the base because obviously we've not been raided yet, we're still at the base, and then you're over there. I'm spawned back in the base halfway across the map. By the time I get to you, you could already be down and your soul's already been sacrificed. So I can't revive. Yeah. So I've got to wait another 16 seconds. After waiting 16 seconds, we'll wait another 16 seconds to wait for you and your fellow teammate to get back to that location before we can even think about going for the shield breaker. Because
at which point the enemy team can already have the shield breaker
and they can away to the base.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe either make it more players or downsize the maps. Personally.
And figure out the respawn timer as well.
Yeah.
So you can't have it too short because, again, during the siege, during the raid, the raiders have only got a certain number of lives. And if the health, well, not the health, if the respawn time is too short, they're going to get overwhelmed. Yeah. But if it's too long, the defenders are going to get overwhelmed. Yeah. So it's
just finding the right balance, yeah. But we can't be too hard because it is the studio's very first game. And the game itself is free of charge as well. So pick it up, give it a go. I mean, from what we've played, yes, we do have a couple of issues with it, but guys, honestly, I quite enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed playing it. The matches are very, very fun. So
I think a lot of the issues are just in pretty much how, like, again, things that we just addressed, but the actual game itself, like the performance and stuff like that, the characters and everything, is really well done.
Yeah.
Things that I think we do need is a bit more lore behind it, because I feel like we didn't really get that much dialogue which spoke about the lore.
Yeah, it was just the characters have unique dialogue as well, so we speak to each other in the base, don't we?
It did kind of overlap a little bit though during like combat or during sieges and stuff like that, so that was a bit of a problem to really hear what everyone was saying. But
I really enjoyed it personally. I think it's a really, really good game. And I would highly recommend picking it up and giving it a try. I mean, it is free of charge, so it's not like you're going to be wasting your money on it. Give it a go, play about. We did about an hour and a half, didn't we?
I think it was about an hour.
Yeah, so that's all it takes. Give it a go. Give it a go. Play a good hour and a half of it, and to get through the game, see what you think. But we really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and we probably will go back to play it again. We'll give the game a little bit of time to. So I think it's obviously got some things it's trying to work out.
Yeah.
And coming back to it, they might have fixed a lot of the issues that we just addressed.
Yeah.
So
So we'll give it a couple. So we'll give it a couple of weeks, and then we'll jump back on it because it is a really, really fun game. And I would highly recommend trying it out. And I don't think it's deserving to get all this hate and all this negativity around it. I think
microtransactions were a bit of a rush to jump to, I forget, but at least they do give you the first battle pass
for free, yeah.
So that's no street. That's on them.
So so you can't be too hard on the game. It's a free game. It's the studio's very first game as well. So I don't think it deserves all this negativity around it. Yes, there are a couple of issues which we've addressed, we spoke about, but it is a really fun game. So please give it a go, play it, and make up your own mind. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. That's all I'm going to say.
So, I'm sure the studio is listening for like fair criticism as well, just to see what they can improve.
Yeah.
Well, it does seem a little bit like this game's just been completely lambasted really with like a load of negative reviews, which I suspect was because of high expectations that people might have had from what was shown
at the Game Awards. Yeah. Alright, anyway, so that's it for Haiga. Give it a go play it. Play an hour and a half. It's free. So you're not spending a penny on it. So give it a go. Right, anyway, moving on. You've got some news from good old Ubisoft, haven't you? Ubisoft. I mean, want to pronounce it?
Well, there's a lot of talk around Ubisoft at the moment because of last week's game cancellations, where they cancelled half a dozen game projects, and they closed 2 of their own studios and caused further job losses at 3 locations around their business. And it was all surrounding, what was it? Cost reduction initiative. So they're trying to reduce costs. So they've been letting off a lot of staff go, and apparently they're doing the same thing at their Paris headquarters, which employs like 1,100 people there on average, and it's like 200 jobs that people could potentially be let go from the RCC collective voluntary mutual termination agreement. It's
sad times.
Bit of a mix-up because one of the games that a lot of the games that have one game. Sorry, 6 games were cancelled, but 1 game was named and obviously put out there, which was Prince of Persia's remaster, which you said you wanted to.
Well, I was looking forward to that Prince of Persia because I do like Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake.
That's the best one as well. Sands of Time.
Yeah, half a dozen games, and there was a comment by an actress who was working on that project, saying that she was working on it for 3 years, and that's 3 years worth of work that just gone
down the drain. Yeah.
Down the drain after reading about Ubisoft's shocking decision online to close off like these projects. So
sad times. Have we given any reasons why they're trying to cut costs?
That's one thing I'm not going to give it. I think it's just evaluation and they're just blowing over things in the company as well.
I thought there might have been like a specific reason, like they might like.
But it was their
stated something maybe.
Mm-hmm. But they shuttered their Stockholm studio, which was collaborating on Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. So, and that's unfortunate because that's actually one game I just picked up and started playing. And one in Dubai, which was the one home to the Division. So yeah, those were the 2 studios.
But what games have been cancelled then, apart from Prince of Persia?
The other ones were not named, so they were very early on. But Prince of Persia was the one
that's been named.
The one that was been named for make. And there was talk about probably slowing down on making a remaster for Assassin's Creed Black Flag as well, because they said that was on the cards as well.
Right, so it's sad times for Ubisoft and Ubisoft fans.
Unfortunately. And of course, on other news, Grand Theft Auto players just recently as well, another update just dropped out of the blue. I just found out about this today actually.
Oh wow!
My brother came and told me about it. But you can actually make an honest living in the game now. Go out and get yourself a proper job.
Can you? Oh, yeah. Wow. I might have to pick that up and start playing again then, if that's the case.
Well, they already had it so you could be like a taxi driver, pizza delivery driver, but now they've added 3 new additional jobs that you can do. You can do newspaper delivery, you can be a forklift operator, and a firefighter.
Well, firefighters now.
So all the fires that you used to start around Los Santos, you can go and put them out.
Yeah,
so,
start a fire, put it out,
I don't think it's quite going to work like that, but you know. And the last piece of news is 2026 marks the 30th anniversary for Tomb Raider.
Oh, nice. Is this when we're getting the remastered games?
Yeah. That's another fun thing as well, because we've already had the original. We had an anniversary. Tomb Raider anniversary last time, and now we're having a remake of the same game again, Legacy of Atlantis, for the 30th anniversary, same year. But it's been 30 years since Lara climbed, jumped, and swan dived onto the scene, and every moment since has been an adventure. From her sharply polygonal origins in 1996 to the recently announced Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis.
She was famous for those polygons, wasn't she?
Kicking off festivities, they're doing a lot of collaborations with a lot of people to release merch throughout the year in celebration of the 30th anniversary. And there was a bit of a list as well on their website, so you can go and definitely check that out. I think there was like a couple of things we already looked at, things, you know, like normal merch like t-shirts and all that stuff. But it was also the Funko Pops as well that I showed. I did show you that. There was an Angel of Darkness version. And there was a polygon version, like the PS1 Lara Croft version. With the correct features, if you know what I'm talking about.
Polygons. Yeah, so we've gone from sad shocking news to exciting news. Happy days.
Yeah, more or less.
So we'll be covering Legacy Atlantis when it drops.
I definitely will.
Yeah, we'll be covering that when it drops. We'll have a chat about that game. March, did you say?
Was there actually a release date for Atlantis?
Oh, you just said March 2026. I'm assuming it's not.
I say March 2026.
You just said March 2026.
I think I said March 2020. Anyway.
Thank you. Either that or my earrings going. Anyway.
I think it's the second one. I don't think I said March.
Alright, fair enough. Anyway, we'll cover them when they when they come out. We'll do an episode. We'll do a special episode on good old Lara. Lara, yeah, good old Lara. Lara Croft. We'll do a special episode on her when the new games drop. Well, the old games but remastered. We'll do a full episode on that.
If they're doing a complete overhaul, I'm expecting it to be interesting.
Yeah. So we'll cover that more. Anyway, moving on, as I mentioned before, we are going to be delving into the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 era of gaming. So, Tom, what have you got over there? Alien, Predators, and King Kong, have you?
Yep, okay. So, Aliens versus Predator, that was, it's still kind of nostalgic just talking about some of these because I've put a lot of hours into them. But if you remember, like before Alien Isolation, before like Predator Hunting Grounds, back on like Xbox 360, PS3, you had Aliens versus Predator, which was like a three-way toss-up between the colonial marines, aliens, and predators in different multiplayer settings. Now it does have a narrative-driven story where you can play 3 campaigns of all each. So players, I think it's number 6, which is the alien, because you've got a number 6 that you imprinted into your head because you were hatched from a host in captivity, and they give you a brand new number. In the Predator story, you start off as a new blood, you work your way up the ladder throughout the campaign to get an ancient's mask, and then you face the Predalien, as you can imagine. And the colonial one, that's a bit more of a long-driven story. Funny that they give the longest story to the human character, realistically. But you're just playing as a colonial rookie. And the multiplayer side of that was really what I remember about that game and what really kicked it off for me, because I can't remember how many players it was exactly. I think it was like 3v3v3 to my knowledge. But one thing that stands out is when you get up behind other players and you do these brutal finishing moves as each character in particular. So like the Predator one, you get up behind someone with them by the neck and you do the classic like spine rip thing. or the aliens like mouth bite or the tail.
I never played this game. That's why I'm being silent because I've never actually played this game. But it sounds like a good time.
It is a good one, yeah. I've had a lot of good moments. You're not into your horror games, though, are you? So I'm just looking at you while I'm trying to explain this. I'm like, I'm being a little bit too graphic here. You're getting grossed out.
No, it's fine. I'm fine with you talking about it. It's seeing it, actually. But I do like aliens, So I might pick it up. I mean, I've still got a PS3, so I could probably pick it up and give it a whirl.
Just think you want Alien Isolation. That's a no.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I've played Alien. What is wrong with me today? Alien Isolation. I've played Alien Isolation. I find it absolutely terrifying.
Is that before you've even seen the Alien?
Oh, this was after I watched the films. Because I've seen the first film years ago, obviously.
Okay. I think we're taking a step forward talking about Isolation, which PS4.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Now, a little fun game for me on the PS3. I do want to mention it. Is obviously Skyrim. I am a massive Elder Scrolls fan. My first Elder Scrolls game was Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, back on the PC. Played it on PC because I didn't have an Xbox. But I also played Oblivion, played Skyrim. I played Elder Scrolls Online. I played Redguard. I played Daggerfall. I've even played Arena, which is the first one. All good games, but honestly, God, that game I've spent so many hours on, and I'm still playing it to this day as well, because I've got it on. Not only do I have it on PS3, I've got it on I've got it for my PC for mods. I've got it on PS4. I've got it on PS5 as well, and I will be getting it on Switch just to see what it's like on Switch. Because that's the only console I don't own. I even got it on Xbox One as well, but back when I had an Xbox One, it was on Xbox One.
There was a good comment that I saw somewhere in relation to Skyrim where somebody asked what the ending of the game was like, and then someone commented saying, ending? There is no ending to Skyrim.
No, there is no
ending. No end to Skyrim.
No, there is not. Even if you think you've done all the quests, it just keeps randomly generating miscellaneous quests for you. So you can't complete it. It's uncompletable. You can complete the story in the factions, but that's about it. You can't 100% the world, put it that way. Which really annoys some completionists.
And I know you could sit here and talk about this topic for hours and hours.
I could do hours.
But also, our very first episode here at Tavern Talks as well was actually about the Elder Scrolls.
It was, yes.
So
very, very came close to my heart.
You were very, very eager to talk about.
I was. So. And the DLCs are great as well. I mean, you've got Dawnguard, which is basically vampires versus werewolves. Well, there's no official thing with that to say that the Dawnguard are werewolves, but I like to think they are because it makes sense, vampire versus werewolves. And you also get a new weapon called Oracle's Bow as well, and you can also get Harken's Bleed as well, vampire royal armor. You get the vampire lord form, and this is what added the perks to the werewolf transformation as well. Because before the Dawnguard DLC, playing as a werewolf, you had no perks, no perks, no skill tree, and it was quite. It was alright, it was dead fun. Dead fun playing as a werewolf, but the thing for me, playing as a werewolf, you have to constantly feed on your fallen foes to keep transformation going for as long as possible. So if you don't feed if you don't feed on your fallen foes, your werewolf transformation can revert you back to human form, and you could be like halfway through a battle, and you just turn back to human. It's like crap. And yeah, but werewolf was very underrated at the start of the game when the game first came out. But now it can be so OP if you play it right.
Yeah.
And it also added the vampire lore form as well. Now playing as a vampire in Skyrim when the game first came out, it was not worth it at all because you took some damage. Obviously, you had I think it was minus 25% health and stamina and magic and magicka, which is daft because this is only during the day. If it's night time, you're fine. So during the day, you have like 25% less stamina, magic, and health. And you also take more fire damage. Um, and that's about it. Yes, you have the vampire. Yeah, you have the vampire spell tree. But if you became a fully fledged vampire, everybody in the game turned hostile. So you can complete quests you couldn't complete quests. You can go to a shop or anything like that. Now with the vampire lore form added with Dawnguard, it fixed that that full fledged vampire. So if you have the vampire lore form, even if you are a full fledged vampire, you will not be feared and hated. It's only if you don't have the vampire lore form that occurs. So it makes it more doable, and I honestly prefer the vampire lore form over the werewolf form. I honestly do. And then obviously you have the Earthfire DLC, and you had the Dragonborn DLC. Dragonborn DLC, you go back to Solstheim, which was actually included in Morrowind. In the Elseworlds 3 Morrowind, so you can go to Solstheim in Elseworlds 3 Morrowind, and you can go back to it years later in the Elseworlds 5 Skyrim. So there's a little fun thing to do there. Basically fighting the first Dragonborn, and there's other things that's going on Solstheim as well. You can get a house in Craving Rock, which is pretty cool. Yeah, you've got to find Mirak, which is the very first Dragonborn. And if you've started, sorry, I wonder what that was. If you started the main storyline and you've started Dragonborn DLC, if you haven't already completed the main storyline and you're fighting dragons, Mirak pops up and steals your dragon souls. So it's like, right, so what will kill him? He's stealing my souls, so I can't unlock it yet. Quite fun, quite fun. And Earthfire DLC, that's where they added, you can build like all your houses, you can build houses and adopt children.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that was quite fun. So you can get like a proper little family going, and
some of these features that they come across in my brief time playing like my body playthrough on Skyrim itself.
Yeah, well, obviously all these features, especially the building mechanic, I think that was already a feature for a mod anyway on PC. It's just made it official for consoles and official for PC with that DLC.
Especially the Dragon Ball stuff. I do remember that because having my first encounter with someone who would come over addressing, "Oh, you are the one that they that they claim to be the Dragonborn." So that after you kill the first dragon. And this,
the first dragon, yeah. So yeah, very, very fun game. If you've not played Skyrim, I mean, if you haven't played Skyrim, I mean, where have you been? Go and play. Just go and play it. Do the DLC. You can get it on PS5. I would recommend getting the anniversary edition because you get pretty much 90% of Create Club mods with the game, doing it that way, and you get all the DLC as well. So you'll have access to up to quite a few player homes for free, rather than having to save up 2,500 gold for a manor in Solitude. Crowdspire Manor was the most expensive house. It's not even that great. I prefer Lakeview Manor, I must say. That's one you get to build yourself.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, moving on. Should we talk about a game that we both played? I can sit here and talk. I can sit here all day and talk about Skyrim, but
Which one should we touch on next? Soul Calibur?
Can do, yes. Soul Calibur 4 and 5.
4 and 5?
Yes, and 6. I've got it. I don't have the physical case. It's I've got it on.
Well, 4 and 5 are the ones I'm familiar with. Obviously, I got them because of their
the characters.
Individual crossovers. Yes. Soul Calibur 4 being.
That was my reason. Yeah, that was my reason for getting Soul Calibur 4 as well. So I just wanted to play as Darkvader on PS3. So I just wanted to play as Darkvader.
Yep. So uniquely, it was whichever version of the game you got across PlayStation or Xbox, you would get a different Star Wars character between Darth Vader for PlayStation and Yoda for Xbox.
Yeah. And you can also unlock the apprentice from Force Unleashed as well by beating the arcade. But he is so difficult to defeat. I think that's how I wrote most of my controls.
Once I perfected my craft with Darth Vader, I don't think it was that tricky really. To be honest. I think once or twice, just to learn his moveset and how he's going to attack you and just try and predict what he's going to do.
Yeah.
It's like it's the same mentality when I'm facing like a really hard boss on like Mortal Kombat or something. You just learn to predict, don't you?
Yeah.
So.
Well, no, really, really fun games. And Soul Calibur 5, you got it's Ezio, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Ezio Vittorio da Firenze that you got in Soul Calibur 5. And the reason, that was the reason why I got Soul Calibur 5 as well, just on the plays Ezio.
That pretty much be it.
Yeah, really fun game.
Yeah, I still remember the hype when they announced Soul Calibur 5, and I remember watching the trailer, and it was like they hadn't officially announced who the character was; they were just going to show it, and it showed like Nightmare there in the middle of like a burning village, and then out of nowhere you just get this the sound of an eagle, holy figure drops down.
Yeah,
the world will be better without you.
Yeah,
and he gets up and it's Ezio, and I'm like,
of course it is.
I'm like, yes.
Yeah, Ezio got the star treatment there. We forgot about Altair, didn't they?
It was around the time Brotherhood came out, I think. That's why.
Right. Altair, that makes sense.
That's why they picked that version of Ezio, because it's the Brotherhood version of the character. And what was it for the sixth one? Did they do The Witcher?
If we did The Witcher, yeah. It was Geralt. They had the 6. I think that was PS4. So that was 6. That was PS4.
One thing that was very different, though, is in Soul Calibur 4, it didn't really have an official story. It was more like each character had their own individual stories to claim the source.
And then with 5, you got
there was a narrative story too.
Yeah.
Where was it Sophitia?
I think it was, yeah.
I think you play as a number of characters, but I think Sophitia was supposed to be like the main one towards the end.
Yeah, because he tries being turned to darkness.
Yeah, that was it. That's
was it Tina? Was it Tina? It's got Tina.
They're sisters, so it's Sophitia and sister. Pretty sure.
No, the girl with the hoop. She's trying to, because she's got Cassandra, it's not Cassandra, Nightmare Sword, haven't she? So,
yeah. Soul Edge.
I couldn't remember the name of it. I've not played them for a while, so I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, no, Soul Calibur, really, really fun games.
Between the designs that you can see in both the cases, what the Soul Edge looks like, which one do you prefer? I'd probably say the fourth one.
Yeah, I mean the fourth one, definitely the fourth one. Looks cooler. Yeah. Also, on the case of the fourth one, you've got Ivy.
Yeah,
Ivy. Yeah. There's a reason why we played as Ivy.
I didn't really play Ivy all that.
Well, did you not? I did. That chainsaw, man.
No.
That's what, I'm going back. I like the chainsaw.
No, who was the other one? The ninja. In like the pink outfit.
Oh, yes.
What was her name?
I can't remember. It gives me a tick and all that. We're not very good at remembering names, are we?
Yeah. It's been a while since we've played something.
Yeah. Another one that I like, though. You were eyeing this up before. Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection. So basically what it is, it's all the old classic Sega Mega Drive games, all on one disc. So you've got like Echo the Dolphin, you've got all the Sonic, you've got the original Sonic games, you've got Echo the Dolphin and Sonic and you've got Streets and Rage as well, I believe, if I can remember rightly.
Sonic Force, Golden Axe.
Yeah, Golden Axe, yeah, that's
Streets of Rage, yes.
Golden Axe. You also get one called I can't remember it. It was called Comics. It was called that, where you actually get transported into your comic book that the characters create, and it's very very fun. It's a really really fun game. I think it's called. Let's have a look at the back of the case. Yeah, it's called Comics. Yeah, I was right. That myself in for a sec. Yeah, but yeah, it's called Comics. Basically, you got transported in. Your character's writing this comic. He's a comic book artist. He's writing this comic. He somehow gets transported into his own comic book, and it's a scroller. But to get to the next level, and to get on the next room, we've done it as comic panels. We've done the levels as comic panels. So you actually like break the fourth wall, grab hold of the comic panel, and swing yourself around to the next level. or you'll climb over the comic panel to get into the next level. It's great. Fun little game. So Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection now. It's so many good times on that. Along with Dragon Ball Z, the weekend. That was a fun one. I can't remember watching that one. I just remember playing it on PS3. Can't remember much of the story from that one. I remember Shinbirukai. That's what I remember from. Yeah. Should we talk about the elephant in the room? Because I've got multiple of them.
Yeah,
So,
the Call of Duty collection that you've got mentioned.
yeah, we'll quickly touch on Call of Duty. I mean,
PS3, these were all the good ones, more or
yeah,
less.
pretty much. Well, we've got World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and I've got Black Ops 1 as well. So, yeah, I do have all the good ones actually.
Well, Black Ops 2 as well, I suppose.
Black Ops 2 for the zombies, yeah.
I mean,
Black Ops 2 for the zombies. The campaign wasn't that great. Black Ops 2.
the zombies, it brought you. Well, it did bring you Transit, Die Rise,
Yeah.
Buried, well, those maps, but the big ones, well, the big maps obviously being Modern and Origins.
Yeah.
So they were good, but World at War as well, the original 4.
The original, yes, and that's well, it's not the original, but it's what kicked off zombies, wasn't it? Because basically, there's a fun little story about that. So basically, what the devs did when they were making the game, they created that. Kid Hunter Totem created that, and they were playing that mode in between developing the story for Call of Duty World at War and in between developing the campaign. So they were actually playing zombies while we were developing the campaign, and it wasn't that.
Is it not Darren Tone, the first one?
Not doing it, yeah.
Yeah, you said Kino.
Oh, did I say Kino?
No. Though Kino the Talk was originally planned for World at War.
It was, yes. Yeah.
But they pushed it back.
That's why it's the original. That's why it's the original characters.
And that's why it's also the first map on Black Ops 1 when it's launched.
So zombies wasn't even supposed to be in the game, but the devs loved it because the devs loved playing it in between developing the story. And they added it in the game, and the only way to unlock it is by playing through the campaign.
I think they after you beat the entirety of the campaign, it just comes. In fact, it doesn't even go back to the menu. It does.
No.
You go through the credits and like that. It just goes
you
straight.
just see a thing. You just see a thing. And the title for it was. I do apologise if this upsets anybody, but the title for it was Nazi Zombies.
It was back then. It was officially dubbed.
Yeah, Nazi Zombies. Yeah, the mode was dubbed Nazi Zombies because they were Nazi zombies.
It was a World at War.
And also it's got one of my favourite maps on there. It's got Shibonuma.
Yes, that'd be the one where we saw the
Hellhounds.
And the original cast that made first time in the zombie forms, because obviously the characters, their play models are present in the campaign with different personas as different characters.
Well, the thing is, with Shibonuma, that's where we first got Hellhounds. But did you know they were going to be added into Varrock?
I believe you did mention this before.
Yes, yeah. So we were originally supposed to come out when Varrock came out, but they thought that they weren't finished. So there was a glitch where you could kill all the Hellhounds and the max ammo box wouldn't spawn. And we also found that they didn't work very well in tight corridors in the asylum. So that's why they pushed it back to Shibonuma to get them right, and then release them on Shibonuma.
Having like Hellhounds on other routes, I could see that being the issue because that map really does have like it's very tight claustrophobic spaces where you're literally can't just get caught off on either end by zombies.
Yeah, you're fighting the corridors, aren't you? Yeah, and it's also where we got the ray gun as well, which you can actually get in the campaign.
Yep. What was it? You had to.
So you jump in 3 holes on the beach.
Yeah. After you pretty much once you make it onto the beach.
Yeah.
There's like 3 different bubbles that you jump in systematically, and then you have to stay there. And then what was it? Like a statue would just come out of the ground with a ray gun.
Yeah. Well, no, with 4 statues. I think it was like 4 statues.
4 statues. Yeah. 4 ray guns.
Because you could do it for play. Yeah, and you also had split screen campaign as well, which was quite fun. It's a co-op campaign, wasn't it? So yeah, couch co-op, and you could also do the campaign online as well, split screen. Like not split screen, but you can do it online as well. So
well, the only Call of Duty games that actually did that, really, probably for the campaign. Well, up until recently.
There, we're not mentioning that one.
Yeah. Black Ops 7 brought it back, but they didn't do the campaign
any justice at all. Yeah. So let's not delve into that rabbit hole just yet.
You also Shibonuma, the Wunderwaffe DT2.
Yeah, and it was the first one. Yeah, and it was the map that had my favourite trap, the Flogger. It's just a giant. It's just a giant beam that spins around in a circle, and he just flings zombies everywhere. It's so fun to watch, especially if you've got him sticker on. It's just raining bodies. It's great.
Brilliant whenever the vlogger gets referenced as well, or when it gets brought back, because it was also present on Revelations.
Yes,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Love the vlogger. That's my favourite trap. It's the only reason why I like Shield on Limit is purely because of the vlogger.
And the first method of transport to get around the map was pretty much introduced with the zip line there as well.
Yeah. Again, that was before teleports. That was before the teleporters on Die Rise. Not Die Rise. Series. Die Rise was the remastered one, wasn't it? Yeah. So we had the 3 teleporters, and that's where the story really started to come into its own, then, wasn't it?
Yeah. When it got to Greece, that's where there was just a massive, huge lore dump there, weren't there? With everything going on, like who's ripped off and who's Maxis, who's the kid, who's Samantha, and all.
Who's Fluffy?
Fluffy the dog. Yeah.
Well, no fun facts about the co-op campaign. Not co-op campaign, but the campaign in general. With the ray guns being in the slot bin, they weren't actually supposed to be in there. The developer snuck them in and didn't tell anybody put them in the game. So
they definitely had a field day with World at War when they made it. I'm pretty sure when they made that zombies mode just for the giggles, like in between production of the actual story, I think they used, what was it, like the animation of walking. It was supposed to be like a soldier on fire, a burnt soldier or something like that, and then they just reverberated like sounds of screaming to make the zombie noises and stuff like that.
So but World at War, it's known as the creepiest Call of Duty purely because from the theme, the music, the zombies, the setting. I mean, even when you boot up the startup menu, it's got that eerie music, hasn't it? So
it sets a really great tone. And the other World War II Call of Duty games after that, they didn't really do it the same way, did they?
No, we had Vanguard, but
it didn't really have that.
It didn't feel like. It didn't feel like World War II. It just felt like just standard first-person shooter. So,
although Call of Duty World War II, that was a little different. That wasn't by Treyarch.
No, it wasn't
by Sledgehammer.
Yeah, that was actually quite decent to be fair.
There's zombies in that.
Yeah.
Now that was scary. They actually did a good job there. That was definitely interesting. I didn't play it all the way through, but the original map for that, I remember playing it with a friend, following the steps, going all the way to the end, and then you got this big, like, abomination that just comes rising out of the river.
Yeah.
And it's chasing you around. Oh god. It was horrific.
So after World of War, we move on to Modern Warfare. Oh, could I just say, if I could remaster any Call of Duty game for PS5, it would 100% be World of War. I think we need a World of War remaster. Yeah, 100%. Get your Modern Warfare. World of War's the best one, I say. And
well, the other did in Modern Warfare 2, didn't they? So.
Yeah.
In fact, they did both of these. Pretty sure. They remastered Call of Duty 4.
Yeah, they remastered the originals and then restarted the entire game. Didn't they, with the new Modern Warfare series?
I think it went off in a different direction. Yeah. Because what was it? They made Infinite Warfare and Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare remastered at the same time. But not everyone was a big fan of Call of Duty in space, so everyone was just playing Modern Warfare remaster.
I liked it. I liked Call of Duty in space.
I didn't.
I like
I didn't even play much of the zombies for that, and that says something.
Oh, I didn't play the zombies. I just played the campaign. I quite enjoyed it.
And they only remastered the campaign from Modern Warfare 2. They didn't remaster the multiplayer or anything.
I know, which I'm so gutted about. So I bought the Modern Warfare 2 remaster because it was always make quid as well. And just the campaign, and you had the Spec Ops missions as well.
Oh yeah, you still got those.
Still got both, yeah, but no multiplayer, which is unfortunate because I wanted to get back into Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. Back in the day, they were mental, those lobbies. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go try and find some old videos from Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 online.
I'm just seeing like a lot of high-rise lobbies trying to go for like no scopes or quad feeds across the
amount of interventions. I'm going to say it. The amount of shit you got off people if you were sniping. Because I used to snipe, especially on that. I can't remember what the map's called, but it's just a flat out map, and you've got a trench in the middle.
Oh.
And it was if you go too far, you got damaged by radiation. But I used to sit. I was one of them. I used to sit at the end of the trench, in the grass, with a ghillie suit on, silenced intervention with my thermal scope.
I know what the map is. It's.
I can't remember the name of the map either.
What?
But I used to get so much crap from people. I was called.
The bunker where you could go from
Yeah,
the middle. Yeah,
yeah.
I know the one.
I was called every name under the sun, and one day I had a really, really good match. I was 1 kill off from getting a nuke. Somebody had killed and tracked me down, and literally like stood behind me, and I didn't know what was happening because I was scoped in, so I didn't know what was happening. I watched the kill cam. The kill cam was hilarious. So, but basically, what he did was he teabagged my body, then shot me with a shotgun, and then teabagged me again. I was 1 kill off a nuke. I was just like, you mother. I was going mental down the mic. Like honestly, I don't think kids these days will survive in Modern Warfare 2 lobbies.
They're no different now. They're still like that. I mean, they try and blur everything out, and they try and put measures in to make sure people are not toxic in COD lobbies. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. No.
So I just like okay.
That's the thing. Though, back then, it wasn't toxicity. It was just banter. It was just how you played the game. Like nobody took you seriously. We weren't being serious. Nobody took you seriously. I mean, the amount of times somebody shouts like that, I'm gonna come round and shag your mum. It's just like, wow. And what I used to do, I got one over them. So what I used to do, I used to turn back round with my mic on and say, "Oh, I didn't know you were a necrophiliac." Oh, what?
Oh.
Straight away. So sorry, I'm so sorry.
I got dark.
Yep. That was Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. Oh, honestly, I could talk about days. And then we have Modern Warfare 3, and we have Call of Duty Black Ops 1, and also Black Ops 2 as well, which I don't have the case for that one, surprisingly. I think I left it in my mum's. But yeah, no. So Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 3, yeah, Modern Warfare 3, 2 Black Ops, yeah. Can't speak to you.
I can't really remember much from the multiplayer side. I think that stood out above what we got with Modern Warfare 2. But the campaign, that was the heartbreaking one, really, isn't it? Modern Warfare 3's campaign.
Yeah, it was by not Roach.
No, Roach.
McTavish. Mm-hmm. He dies in that one, doesn't he?
Yeah. And then you also have Yuri as well, and his whole revelation with Makarov and stuff like that.
And obviously we've got Call of Duty Black Ops 1.
No, this is where the fun really kicked off for Treyarch, really, because they went from the grittiness that was World of War to
Vietnam War.
Yeah.
It's such a good campaign. And he plays Alex Mason, and you've got that joke, haven't you? And we've got that very famous voice. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Also, like you mentioned with World at War, there being the ray gun Easter egg on the campaign, there was a thunder gun one on Black Ops as well during the Kowloon mission. Yeah,
it's on the rooftops, isn't it?
Yeah. Trying to remember what the Easter egg was. It was something you had to grab before you leave the beginning room.
Yeah, there was a couple of steps that you had to do to get it. So it was quite tricky to pull off. But if you did pull it off and you got the thunder gun, yeeting people over the edge with that on that mission, that was so fun.
Yeah, when you're over on like a rooftop, just fly away. Gone.
Hope you brought a parachute. Thunder gun, absolutely one of the best guns in the game. I'm so glad they added that.
Nothing beats the classic thunder gun. I mean, they tried with like the Tundra gun and stuff.
But the classic is where it's at. But yeah, so fun games overall, and that's where we properly went into the story of Black Ops. I really liked to kick off with Keenan, and we've got 5 as well.
5 was
supposed to be the original map, because Kino was, like you said, Kino was supposed to come out on World at War, wasn't it? So it was supposed to start off with Fat Leaf, and that's the map that you actually start off on when you finish the campaign as well.
Yes, it is, yeah. But not the original crew though. No, you're playing as
we've got the crew.
Like JFK and all that.
JFK, you've got Castro, Nixon. Who's the other one?
And Secretary Matt.
Yeah, I think so. So that's quite fun.
And
Just playing as JFK, JFK, like killing zombies is just
mad.
Yeah.
But yeah, then you had the Pentagon Thief as well. Stealing
I hated the Pentagon Thief. This is the reason why I avoided 5, because I hated that Pentagon Thief. It just come up and nick your weapons.
Yeah. It was definitely one thing they didn't keep around for classified, thank God.
Yeah.
But when they came back to do 5 again in Black Ops 4, yeah, he was a nightmare to deal with. When you killed him though, what did you get, like a free perk, or was it? Did you get like death machines?
Yeah, I think definitely. Definitely. I can't remember now. But yeah, got 5, and that was one. What's one that was like? I can't remember the other match. Yeah, it's not black.
Okay, so it was Good Luck Tilton,
No,
5, Ascension.
Ascension, that's it. Shangri-La.
Yeah. No, Call the Dead, Shangri-La.
And then Shangri-La.
Yeah. Then Boom. Call the Dead. That's the whole one. And I'll talk, because that was their first take on a map that had a celebrity cast.
Yeah.
Because what was it? We had
Romero, wasn't it?
Yeah, George Romero.
George
He was
Romero.
pretty much godfather of zombies.
Yeah.
As everyone calls him. Rest in peace. And who did we get? We got Robert Englund.
Yeah.
Very good. Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Michael Rooker, who's Merle, Walking Dead, and Danny Trejo as well. What a cast for
a zombies mode, yeah, 100%. We did it right then, didn't they?
Romero though, him being probably the hardest boss.
I don't think you could permanently kill him, could you?
Not permanently, no. It took a lot of work to kill him. And it's not like you had to have a strong weapon to do it either. It's like, no, you could do it with like an M14 right off the spawn, but
it's just a bullet sponge.
Yeah, you're just going to have a lot of time in your hands. But when you do that, he drops the Wonderwall as a power-up that you can use temporarily.
Yeah.
Temporarily. So
it is worth it. But it was such a pain.
Yeah.
Right, and then let's move on to Moon. Let's talk about Moon. Because Shangri-La, I've not actually done the Easter egg for that. You need 4 players, and same with Ascension, you need 4 players.
Funny enough, Shangri-La has recently come back up into discussion with Astra Malorum.
Oh, is it?
From Black Ops 7.
Yeah, right.
Okay. This is obviously an Easter egg that I'm still trying to do, because they made that boss fight so flipping hard. Okay, so in the story, you're pretty much at a planetarium or an observatory, but it's on an asteroid in the shape of a skull, orbiting around Saturn in the dark ether.
Oh, right.
So let that sink in for a second, right off the get. And as you play through the Easter egg, you end up fixing the teleporter that sends you to Mars.
Yeah.
And when you get there, you find all the ancient ruins that have been laid out around you. And in the background, it starts playing the song, or a version of the song Paradolia from Shangri-La. And then you realise the ruins are actually from Shangri-La.
Right. Well, I've seen fan theories that Shangri-La is actually on Mars. Yeah.
So it's fun to see that, even after all these years, they're still playing
on that theory.
Playing with that theory.
That's actually quite cool.
Because they did it again on, they did it before on Totem as well, when you used the flingers that would send you flying across the map. There was one in, like, however many chances, it might send you even further, spring you far outside the map. And you would go into, like, this body of water in an iceberg. You go down, and when you come back up, you realise that you come out into, like, this open space with Mars there in the background. And it plays the song again. And it's like, the number of times they have milked this joke with Shangri-La being on the moon, and they're still doing it. I find it hilarious.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, let's talk about the moon, because that is one of the best Easter eggs.
Yeah, it's the first one that I dragged you through.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to play Call of Duty Zombies again on Black Ops 3, so I'm like, yeah, okay. I'll drag you through the moon one then.
Yeah. And you got very frustrated at the time, it says.
The first time we tried it, I did have a fuse green that night. So, but the second time, when we went to play, it's actually fun.
Yeah. But no, so Moon, basically, you start off on Earth. Every 51 on Earth. And then you get, you have to, funnily enough, go to the moon, and you're fighting zombies on the moon. It's just like, you can't get any wilder. Zombies on the moon.
I think it did. Well, you've obviously had Revelations and stuff
Well,
like that.
back then it's just
Back
like
then, yeah.
yeah, that was like the top, like up there, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, the story only got more bonkers from there because it's like alien races, the keepers, the apothecons, this and that.
Yeah,
And the other.
yeah. And then you built the Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you built the Earth.
Which obviously sells the stuff for Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
Victus, that crew.
Right, moving on. So we'll talk about a couple more, and then we'll wrap up. So obviously, can't talk about PS3 and Xbox 360 gaming names without mentioning The Force Unleashed and The Force Unleashed 2.
I think we could talk about the Force Unleashed games across
Multiple
and
times.
how it varies across different platforms.
Yeah.
Because Force Unleashed 1, it was different on different platforms. Xbox and PlayStation pretty much the same. The more cinematic experience, I think I would say. But the Wii one, that was fun because it came with like a couch like versus mode, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then you said you played the
PSP version, yeah. So the PSP version, like your menu is like obviously you got the start menu, and then after you've done a mission or a level, whatever you want to call it, you're actually on your ship, and that's like you've got like little like sub menus, so you can like view your collectibles, view your holograms, you can talk to Kota, you can talk to the droid, you can talk to your pilot, I can't remember the names, is it Juno?
Yeah, Juno.
I mean, you're talking to Proxy. And yeah, you can talk to them about it. And also on PSP, you had a mode where you were in the Geonosian arena, and you can have like a 1v1 battle with like different characters. Like you unlock collecting the hologram stores, so you can like play if you like do Darth Maul versus Darth Vader, for example. You had Kenobi was in there, Anakin was in there, pretty sure Qui-Gon was as well. And they were actual characters as well, unlike on the PS3 one where it's just a skin. They were actual characters, so they had their own voice lines, they had their own dialogue, they had their own fight moves. So they were very, very different to play as, and it was quite a good fun mode actually. And I'm surprised we didn't put it on the console version because that would have been a really good online mode.
It's funny that you brought up the holograms because, you got a vast number of different things when you're playing on like the Wii and the PSP versions. Because I don't think the Xbox and the PlayStation versions, I don't think they had saber customization, not down to the hilt anyway.
No.
You pick up color. You can pick up holograms and stuff for the kind of crystal color.
Yeah.
But you couldn't customize different parts of the hilt or change the hilt out, which I know you could do on other versions of the game, which was interesting.
Yeah, and they brought that feature back for the Jedi Fallen series, didn't they? The customized lightsaber hilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is an absolute powerhouse, an absolute unit in it's power fantasy, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a scene where you rip a literal star destroyer out of the sky. You can't get any more powerful than that.
Yeah, it's absolutely bonkers. And then they tried to take it up a notch as well, but with the Force Unleashed 2.
It felt rushed.
A little bit.
It felt rushed. It didn't feel the same. Like the first one will always be the better one, I think personally. But not saying the second one's bad. I'm just saying I didn't enjoy it as much as the first one.
The first one definitely had the better story. The second one, you had like your Unleashed. I don't think they actually had like an Unleashed ability, did they? On the first one, though. The second one did.
Yep.
Where you would literally like coat yourself in lightning more or less and just go ham with two lightsabers, literally ripping through soldiers, through ATST walkers and everything. It was mad.
Yeah. No, we won't. I'll mention one more game. One more game before we wrap up with Mikey's mind. So I want to talk about Wolfenstein New Order.
I've actually not played the Wolfenstein games.
Have you not? Okay. So Wolfenstein is basically set on an alternate Earth, and it's what if Germany won World War II. Basically, so you got the KKK knocking about and everything. It's absolutely mental. But so you're playing as an American soldier. You get captured during the war, and then you get put into this retirement home and da. I can't remember the whole story off the top of my head. I'm just remembering bits. I've not played the original for quite a long time. But yeah, you join the resistance and you find basically Nazis again. But in what is present day, I would think. I can't remember Yeah, 1960. So it's 1960 and Germany's won World War II. So, yeah, it's quite fun. It's a really good experience. I would recommend playing through them. So,
It's the second one, though, isn't it? Because the original was just called Wolfenstein.
yeah, that's the second one. It's the sequel, New Order. And New Order also included back then an invite to the Doom beta. I think so. It was Doom 2020. It was Doom 2016. So I actually played the Doom beta because I bought Wolfenstein New Order. So I actually played Doom 2016 for it came out, which is quite fun. Yeah, and that's all we've got time for talking, because we are running over quite a bit. So PlayStation All Stars Royale or Super Smash Bros. PlayStation All Stars. We did mention that. We
do have that.
Well, yeah, we'll touch on it. At a different time. The Modern Warfare series or the Black Ops series?
Black Ops.
Black Ops.
No, I will say Modern Warfare 1 is still compelling characters. The more recent entries in Modern Warfare have left people a little bit.
Yeah, but I didn't even finish off. I didn't even finish off the new story. I played the second one. I didn't even bother with them.
Yeah, no, the new Modern Warfare 3 just left it up in the air and it left people really annoyed. It left me really annoyed. So I'm a bit bitter still about that.
All right. Han Solo or Lando Calrissian?
Han Solo.
Han Solo. All right. And in your opinion, what is the best Pringle flavour? What is the best Pringle flavour? Texas barbecue. Well, okay, that's different.
It's our cream and onion, not Texas barbecue, so I just picked Texas barbecue.
Right. So your turn to ask me the questions. Feel free to join in at home, by the way, and let us know what your answers are in the comments below.
I can tell you rushed these when you put it as a question. What's your favourite flavour of Pringle?
I just saw a pack of Pringles and thought Pringle flavours. Why not?
Okay. So Crash or Spyro?
Crash Bandicoot, 100%.
Sonic Heroes or Sega All Stars Racing?
I'd have to say Sonic Heroes.
Okay.
Even though I do like the racing games, I'll have to say Sonic Heroes because it's a classic.
Dead Rising or Dead Island?
I've not played Dead Island, so I'll have to go with Dead Rising.
Did you do this in a different order when you read
I did, yes.
Okay, PlayStation All Stars Royale or Super Smash Bros?
Smash Bros.
Fair enough. Okay. I'll do it in this order. That's Pringle flavour.
That's Pringle flavour. Definitely, 100% sour cream and onion. You can forget all your flavours. Sour cream and onion is the best one. And I will
Texas barbecue.
Yeah.
Like I said.
I'm saying sour cream and onion, and I will die on this hill. That's the best Pringle flavour. And if you say any different, you're not just wrong, you're stupid.
Alright, Catman, huh?
I have to get it in.
Okay, Modern Warfare series or Black Ops series?
Ooh, I do actually prefer the Modern Warfare series over Black Ops. I actually do.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's easy to follow along with the narrative of the Modern Warfare ones. Specifically the original.
Yeah. So when I say Modern Warfare series, I mean the original Modern Warfare.
Yeah. Just
to clarify. Because, Black Ops 1 saying Vietnam War, and then Black Ops 2, you jump straight to the future. What happened? Why is Frank Woods in the wheelchair? What's happened to Mason?
So it's not as coherent, is it?
Yeah.
Because it like bounces back and forth.
Yeah, it's just all over the place, isn't it, really? That's why I think Black Ops 1 is the best Black Ops game. Anyway.
And then Han Solo or Lando?
Definitely Lando.
Yeah, I don't need the answer.
Definitely Lando. We've got charisma. Lando's the better character. That is another episode of Tavern Talks. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we enjoy doing them. Apart from Mikey's mind, Tom absolutely.
That one wasn't that bad.
Okay. We'll get you next week, though. 100%. We'll get you next week.
It's the ones where he's like, okay, you've got this many people in the room. Who to the room?
Yeah.
They're the ones that get me. Yeah. I'm just going to write down a list of characters and just have
have a list ready. Just have a list ready. Think before you come up. Basically. Anyway, if you want to go and see us, if you want to go and see what we get up to over in the podcast, we are on Twitch. Mine is green_arrow25 PS5 Gaming. Bit of a long title, I know.
And it's UglyX.
Yep. So go and look us up. Look us up on Twitch. Go watch a couple of our streams. We're also on the YouTube channel as well. So if you want to find that on YouTube, it's at the Games Guild 25. And it's Games Guild for the podcast, obviously on YouTube and Spotify as well, along with our own socials. If you want to go see some funny clips or just see me and Tom messing about, basically, it's all over there. You can find links to all over the socials in the bios. Do you just want to quickly throw out your socials again?
Yep. So it's OBX across YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and obviously Twitch as well.
Yeah. And for mine, it's green_arrow25. That's for Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook as well. So if you want to go look us up, go see some of my clips and whatever. And yeah, hopefully we shall see you on a Twitch stream. That's all from us, and we shall see you next week for another episode of Tavern Talks.
Until then, goodbye everybody.
Goodbye all.